Good day to everybody out there. This is Danny Weber with Investor Depot. And today we wanted to share a few tips on how to get the most out of your kitchen remodel. There are a ton of things to do, ton of things to see, ton of decisions to make, and we're going to try to make that a little bit easier for you. So let's get started. Investor Depot is a local company based in Austin, Texas. We sell cabinets, countertops, and flooring. We also offer design services. Our contact info are at www.investordepot.com, and you can contact me, Danny, or Mike at investordepot.com. Please look us up on Facebook. We have a promotional video which goes over some of the highlights of doing business with us and some of the products we carry. And then we've got a nice video on how to assemble cabinets, ready to assemble cabinets on YouTube that you can check out as well. Again, our address is 2423 South Bell Boulevard, and that's in Cedar Park, Texas. We're literally at the corner of 183 and Lakeline. That's 183 and Lakeline. Very easy to get to, North Central. Real quick, I always like to start off any video having to do with contracting or construction with a warning to beware of fraud and contractor scams. The $1.4 billion industry, and this was back in 2012. That's the amount that the Federal Trade Commission is assuming Americans lost in fraud and scams having to do with contractors and construction. So please beware. Make sure you are doing business with a reputable company rather, and country for that matter. So how much does it cost to remodel a kitchen? These are off of Home Advisor, and the average, and I think the zip code that I used was 78717, which is North Austin. $16,000 is what came up. That's going to depend completely on the types of cabinets and countertops, flooring, and backsplash. Obviously, there are a lot of variables to take into consideration. I don't see anybody remodeling a kitchen for 3,400 right here, though. I think that's just not happening anywhere in the Austin area. So where does your money go when you remodel your kitchen? Large amount goes to cabinets, countertops, and then the appliances. And what I like to tell folks on appliances is that if you've got a fixed budget, don't replace your appliances now. You can do that anytime. Your cabinets and countertops, flooring, backsplash, those are your big ticket items. Spend the money on those, get the best bang for your buck, and then replace your appliances later. You're going to have standard sizes for dishwashers, standard sizes for stoves, and a standard refrigerator size. The only thing that would change is if you decide to go with some type of oversized stove, some type of commercial stove, then you really need to plan that out ahead of time. But other than that, you're just fine replacing your appliances later. Bottom line, hire a professional. You want to pay for a nice kitchen remodel and not something that you're going to be fighting with your professional for a long time. Again, I always go back to that. Be careful of unethical and fraudulent contractors. Tips to save money on your kitchen remodel. Go with ready to assemble cabinets. We sell these. The custom cabinets, I don't recommend unless your home is 750, 1 million plus. Other than that, everybody that we do business with buys RTAs. Keep appliances where they are. If you don't want to move water lines, electrical lines, 220s, keep them where they're at. Use large format tile for your backsplash. A tile installer is going to charge you less to do a backsplash if you're using large format tiles, 18 by 18s, 20 by 20s, because the amount of cuts and install time is drastically reduced. Install cabinets before new flooring. The benefit of doing this is that you save the cost and install cost of flooring underneath cabinets that will never be seen. Paint the kitchen yourself. Very easy to do. You can do DIY that without a problem. I don't recommend you trying to do any texture or sheetrock work unless you're a professional, but certainly anybody can paint their kitchen. Donate existing cabinets and appliances. I am going to bet almost 100% that you could put ads on Craigslist or Facebook and give away your appliances, cabinets, and countertops. And the good thing is that somebody will probably even come uninstall these for free so that you don't have to spend the time or labor to get those out of there. So keep that in mind. This goes into the second thing: do your own demo. Get a couple friends over, a couple buddies, demo everything yourself, get it cleaned out and ready to go. That'll save you some money on the remodel. Consider resale value. Not many people do this. And there's a balance here, because if you're considering resale, you're typically going to want to use neutral materials, neutral colors. And unfortunately, if you're planning on staying in this house for years, you may not like those colors. And so, personally, if I'm going to be in a house for a few years, I've got to look at everything. I am going to do what I like and worry about resale later. If this is an investment property or something that I know that I'm going to sell in the not so distant future, then resale is going to be probably about 70% of my decision. And then again, you want to go with long lasting floors. Don't. That's kind of why I'm a fan of putting off the appliance purchase. If you've got a fixed budget or limited budget, put off the appliances, spend the money on the hardware and the material, and get something nice. Kitchen remodel steps: budget, design, and execute. And this is a design 2020 layout of a kitchen, and we provide these with all of the kitchens that we design, so that you can actually see exactly where everything's going to go. And if we need to modify anything, we will do that before we start. This is our cabinet and countertop installer right now, doing one of the kitchens. And you can see he's mounting an undermount sink right now. This is Jose installing some cabinets, and this obviously is some double-decker cabinets, top and bottoms right here. That's not traditional. They just had an extremely high ceiling right here that they were trying to fill up with stuff. Budget. Look at the ROI on your remodel versus resale. Again, not as important if I'm going to be staying in the house a long time myself. Do you want to finance any of this or not? We actually offer financing at Investor Depot for a period of time. You can get 0% interest, and which is basically free money. So that's something you may want to take advantage of. Set your priorities right. There's must-haves versus wants, and again, this is kind of where the push-pull comes in. If you're dealing with a couple folks on a remodel project, make a written list, though, negotiate it out, and then just figure out what you want. Talk with a professional. Extremely important to get somebody involved in this project that knows what they're doing, that's done these before, and that can source your materials at the best price from the best place. And there's a balance there. You don't want to save $100 on materials, but the materials not, not in stock, or they're not going to be here for months or 2 weeks or 3 weeks. It's better just to get the materials and get them on site. Plan for the unseen, for the unforeseen, and you typically want to have some money set aside for uh-ohs and what ifs, because no contractor knows what they're getting into until they expose things. So, for instance, you could have some copper and some electric that needs to be moved once they open up the wall in a kitchen remodel. It just happens. And then decide if you're going to replace plumbing and electrical hardware. And by plumbing hardware, I mean valves, escutcheons, water lines. Electrical hardware are going to be your switches, your plugs, your face plates. Are you going to go with decor switches? All these decisions need to be made up front and put into your budget. Design. Find a professional. We really reinforce that. We have free design services at Investor Depot, so just come see us. We'll take care of everything for you. Detailed scope of work, very important. You don't want your contractor writing your scope of work. That's something that you should be doing in conjunction or with your professionals. Source your product and availability, and obviously we're biased. We want you to come to Investor Depot, buy everything from us. We've got great prices and great service. Look at your ergonomics and your logistics. Function first. You have to be careful. You don't want your sink, 30 feet away from your stove, and you don't want a 12-inch counter space next to your stove or your sink. You've got to think that typical counter spaces next on both sides, left and right, of stoves and sinks are 24 to 36 inches. So you really want to stick with that. Latest design trends. One of the hacks I like to recommend folks do is go visit some model homes. Go find some new homes in the communities around you and go look at the model homes. Those guys are going to have just tricked out kitchens that you can look at and get ideas. Number 6, light, light, light. When you're doing a kitchen remodel and you have the ability, pop in some windows. This would have been a great spot for windows right here. You can see right here that they've got a lot of natural light coming from this one window, but they also added in a bunch of light with these. You absolutely have to keep light into consideration, and you really want to maximize light. Remember, just because you have light doesn't mean you have to turn it on, but it's better to have it and not need it. Upgrades should be spent on cabinets, countertops, and flooring. We talked about that. You can buy nicer appliances later. Think about a single basin sink. I like single basin sinks because if you have any pots or pans and you have a 40-60, 50-50, 70-30, any of those, typically the handle is going to be sticking out of the sink. And so I like the single basins because you can put a whole pot inside of it and not have it protruding from the top of the sink. Don't give up counter space if you don't need to, self-explanatory. It's very, very easy to get stressed out for kitchen remodels. We do offer free design services, and we can help you with everything. So, um, you know, a lot of folks don't even start kitchen remodels because the planning process for kitchen remodels sometimes gets so overwhelming that they actually never get to the execute stage. Don't go crazy on colors. We talked about that, especially if you're planning to sell. If you're not selling, you're going to be in the house for a while. Buy what you like. And then the execution phase. We've got a few videos up on Facebook that you can check out on choosing the right contractor. You definitely want to verify references and insurance. Make sure your agreement is in writing and it's very detailed, your scope of work. Pick up your house. Get your valuables out of the way. Get any firearms you've got picked up. Get any medicine you've got picked up. You're going to have, for all intents and purposes, strangers in your house working on it. So you don't want to have any opportunities uh, or anything that can get stolen. Just get them up, get them up, get them out of the way. Schedule intelligently around your schedule. Do you think that if you work nights and you need to sleep during the day, then you need to definitely schedule your kitchen remodel around your schedule, and maybe while you're on vacation, maybe you can do a staycation and stay home while all this is going on. But definitely take your schedule, your kid's schedule into consideration when scheduling a remodel, especially a kitchen remodel, because you got to assume that you're not going to be able to cook at home. You're not going to be able to wash dishes. You're not going to be able to do any of the things that you do on an everyday basis until the kitchen remodel is complete. Here's one of my pet peeves is I don't like design contractors making design decisions. That's your decision or your designer's decision. I don't mind getting an opinion from a contractor, but certainly it's not their money, not their house. I want to make all my own decisions. Retail clients, again, I reinforce this a lot. Get something that you love. Get something that you like. You don't want to have any regrets after the remodel is over with. I should have done this. I should have done that. Hold off on the appliances. Maybe hold off on the backsplash for a while, but whatever it is, get the materials and do the design that you really like. You're going to be looking at it every day. And as an investor, you want to get the stuff that's going to sell for the highest value the quickest. That's pretty easy. Stay on budget whenever possible. Um, if I had to statistically say how many people actually stay on budget, I would probably say about 30%. The rest of them go over budget in one way or another. Some go over, I don't know, $1,000. Some go over $5,000 or $10,000. You really want to try to stay on budget whenever possible. You want to have daily meetings with your contractor. Any change orders, make sure they are in writing, no exceptions to that. And that writing could be a text, could be an email. This may sound a little bit off, but not really in this world. Is you want to, while this kitchen remodel is going on, you're going to be having a lot of conversations with your contractors. I don't think it's that absurd that you download a voice recording software. I use Automatic Call Recorder and record all of your conversations. That way, if there's any misconceptions, uh, assumptions were off, or whatever happens, you've got a conversation that you can reference with your contractor. Set up a temporary kitchen. This is one of those most often overlooked things. Is we'll come in and start a kitchen remodel, demo everything day one, and then the folks come home that evening and say, where are we going to cook at? Where are we going to eat at? Where are we going to do this? Where are we going to do that? So definitely take a little bit of time and plan all this stuff out so that you're not coming home the first day of a remodel and trying to make all these decisions. Here's another pet peeve: is isolating the area with plastic. Kitchen remodels are dusty and dirty, and so day one of the demo, your contractor really should come in there and isolate the area with plastic. And they have the plastic that has the doors that you can zip in and out of, but you want to make sure that they keep the area clean. And every day, especially on our job sites, we actually shop back the entire job site every day. We want our clients to be able to walk into the job site, walk around, look around, and be comfortable in there without stepping on dirt, nails, screws, or anything like that. So I think it's very important to have a clean job site. Very important here to have fun. I know the video is not tailored as much to the having fun side of this, but kitchen remodels are very exciting. They're lots of fun, especially when things are going right. So we want you to have fun with this. Don't think it's all serious, but you do have to get the serious stuff out of the way so that you can have fun while the remodel is going on. Thanks a lot for sitting through this video if you've made it through the whole way. Keep us in mind for any of your cabinet, countertops, flooring decisions in the Austin, Texas area. Again, we're Investor Depot. You can find us here online. You can email myself, Danny, or Mike to get more information. And again, we're on Facebook. We've got a promo video. We've got a nice video on how to assemble cabinets. Here's our address and office hours and phone number. Thanks a lot, guys. I am actually going to let our promo video follow this video. So if you've got about another 90 seconds, check out our promo video. Definitely look forward to hearing from y'all soon. Thank you.
I've used Investor Depot for quite some time now for all my cabinets and countertop needs. They're professional and their prices are unbelievable.
My name is Michael Hartel and I'm one of the owners of Investor Depot. Our 1,400 square foot showroom located in Cedar Park, Texas houses an enormous selection of kitchen and bathroom cabinets, countertops, hardwood flooring, and much more. Our quality, price, turnaround time, and customer service have house flippers and homeowners coming back time and time again. Our showroom is constantly changing to keep up with the design trends.
As a realtor, my reputation is on the line every time I refer a business to clients of mine. But the Investor Depot have done a fantastic job and I feel very comfortable referring them to anyone.
I just had a great experience with Investor Depot. I hired them to install new quartz countertops in a house that I just flipped and I couldn't be happier. The pricing was very reasonable and it was super easy. I can't wait to work with them again on my next flip.
So come talk to one of our salespeople to find exactly what you're looking for. We look forward to seeing you.